Class 11th, subject physics, 5th chapter, gravitation. From the chapter, let us see critical speed denoted by phi c. What is that critical speed? The horizontal velocity of projection that must be given to the satellite at a certain height so that it can revolve in a circular orbit around the earth is called its critical speed. The horizontal velocity of projection that must be given to the satellite at a certain height above the earth's surface so that it can revolve in a circular orbit around the earth is called its critical speed. So when that satellite is revolving with the critical speed phi c or critical velocity phi c, at that time the circular orbit will be traced by that satellite around the earth. That means when satellite is revolving in a circular orbit around the earth, at that time it will revolve with a velocity which is called as the critical speed. So in order to obtain the expression for this critical speed, let us consider some of the quantities. Let capital M represents mass of the earth. Capital M represents mass of the earth. Capital R represents radius of the earth. Then capital G represents gravitational constant. Gravitational constant. H represents height of the satellite. Height of the satellite above the earth's surface. Then let phi c represents critical speed of that satellite. Phi c is critical speed of the satellite. Then small r is equal to capital R plus h will represent radius of orbit of the satellite. That means when that satellite is revolving in circular orbit around the earth, then the radius of its orbit will be small r equal to capital R plus h. Similarly, let small m be the mass of the satellite. Small m represents mass of the satellite. Now, we know that when any body is performing circular motion, for the circular motion of that body, the centripetal force is necessary. And therefore, here that satellite is revolving around the earth in a circular orbit, and therefore, for the circular motion of that satellite around the earth, the centripetal force is necessary. Now that centripetal force necessary for the circular motion of the satellite will be provided by the gravitational force between the earth and the satellite. So there is gravitational force between earth and the revolving satellite, and therefore the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion of that satellite is provided by the gravitational force between the earth and the satellite. And therefore we can write centripetal force is equal to gravitational force. Centripetal force equal to gravitational force, but we know that centripetal force is given by the formula m phi square upon r. Here phi is phi c, and therefore centripetal force is m phi c square upon r. And the gravitational force is given as gmm upon r square, that is the magnitude of the gravitational force gmm upon r square. Now r will get cancelled with 1r from this r square. Small m will get cancelled with this small m, and therefore we will get phi c square equal to gm upon r. Phi c square equal to gm upon r. Taking square root, we will get phi c equal to square root of gm upon r. Phi c is equal to square root of gm upon r. That will be equal to square root of gm upon small r will be replaced by r plus h, equation number 1. But we know that The acceleration due to gravity at height h above the Earth's surface is given as gh equal to gm upon r plus h whole square. Gh is equal to gm upon r plus h whole square, and therefore from this gm will be equal to gh into r plus h whole square. Gm is equal to gh into r plus h whole square. Now putting the value of gm in this equation of critical velocity Vc, we will get Vc is equal to square root of gh into r plus h whole square upon r plus h. So in place of this gm, gh into r plus h whole square will be kept, and it will be divided by r plus h. One r plus h from this square will get cancelled with this, and therefore we will get square root of gh into r plus h. Square root of gh into r plus h as equation number 2. Now this equation will give us the value of acceleration due to gravity. First equation is also giving us this critical velocity. Second equation in terms of acceleration due to gravity will give us expression for critical velocity. Now from both these relations, from equation 1 and equation 2, it is observed that the critical velocity is independent of the mass of the satellite. It will depend only on the value of gm as well as h. Gm or h, like these values will affect it, but in this case there is no small m for these both the equations, and therefore we can say that critical speed is independent of the mass of the satellite, and therefore this equation will represent the expression for the critical velocity. The critical speed decreases with increase in height of the satellite. The critical speed will decrease, Vc will decrease, Vc will decrease as value of h increases, and therefore this will be the expression for critical velocity, that is Vc is equal to square root of gm upon r plus h, or Vc is equal to square root of gh into r plus h. Now let us see the special case. In this case, a special case, if height of that satellite is very less as compared with the radius of the earth. If the height of satellite is very less as compared with the radius of the earth, that means if any satellite is revolving very close to the surface of the earth, so that h will be negligible, and therefore r plus h will become equal to r only. So when that satellite is revolving very close to the earth's surface, at that time if h is very less than r plus h will be equal to r, and therefore we can write Vc equal to square root of gm upon r. That small r will be replaced by capital R, so root of gm upon r, or it will be written as g is equal to gm by r square. As this g is equal to gm by r square, gm will be equal to gr square, and therefore we will get Vc equal to square root of gr square upon r. One r will get cancelled from this square with this r, and therefore we will get square root of gr as equation number 3. So this equation will give us the critical velocity at the surface of the earth, square root of gr. And now let us go for the next term, that is the time period of a satellite denoted by capital T. Time period of a satellite. Now what is that time period of the satellite? So the time taken by the satellite, to complete one revolution around the earth is called as time period of that satellite. The time taken by a satellite to complete one revolution around the earth is called as time period of that satellite. So again, in order to obtain the expression for this time period, let us consider some of the terms. Again, let capital M represents mass of the earth, capital R represents radius of the earth, capital G will represent gravitational constant, capital T will represent time period of the satellite, then H will be the height of that satellite above the earth's surface. So above the earth's surface, H is the height of that satellite, and small r is equal to r plus h, which will be the radius of orbit of that satellite, and at last m will represent mass of this satellite, that is small m. Now we know the relation between velocity and time, that velocity will be equal to displacement upon time. Velocity is equal to displacement upon time. Now here that displacement takes place in circular orbit. Displacement is taking place in circular orbit, and therefore the distance traveled by the satellite in one revolution around the earth will be equal to circumference of that circular orbit within time period capital T. So in one period, that is in 1t, that distance covered by the satellite will be equal to circumference of its orbit, and therefore if small r represents the radius of orbit, then distance covered will be equal to circumference of that orbit will be equal to 2 pi r in period capital T, and therefore the critical speed will be given as Vc equal to circumference of the orbit divided by time period. Now circumference will be equal to 2 pi r and time period equal to capital T. But we know that critical velocity, already we have seen, it is square root of gm upon r. Critical velocity Vc equal to square root of gm upon r. Therefore we can say that Vc is equal to 2 pi r upon t and Vc is equal to square root of gm upon r. So equating these two equations, we will get square root of gm upon r must be equal to 2 pi r upon t, because both these equations are giving the value of Vc, and therefore square root of gm upon r must be equal to 2 pi r upon t. Or squaring this equation on both sides, we will get gm upon r, square root will vanish here, so that gm upon r will be equal to square of right side, that is 4 pi square r square by t square. 4 pi square r square by t square. Now from this we will get t square equal to, this r will come here, so that here we will get r cube, gm will be to the denominator, and therefore we will get t square equal to 4 pi square r cube by gm as equation number 1. T square will be equal to 4 pi square r cube upon gm. Now from this relation, g and m both are constant, and therefore we can say that as g and m are constant, gm are constant, t square will be proportional to r cube, because t square will be equal to this total factor will be constant and into r cube, and therefore t square will be proportional to r cube. That means from this mathematical expression we can say that the square of period of revolution of this satellite, is directly proportional to cube of its radius of orbit. So the square of period of satellite is directly proportional to cube of the radius of its orbit, and therefore this important conclusion will be drawn from this relation. Now if you consider again this equation, that is t square equal to 4 pi square r cube by gm, and if you take square root of this, then we will get t equal to 2 pi square root of r cube by gm. 4 pi square, its square root will be 2 pi, and remaining factor will be kept under root. Therefore, we will get t is equal to 2 pi square root of r cube by gm. That will be equal to, r will be replaced by r plus h, that is 2 pi square root of r plus h whole cube upon gm as equation number 2. So this equation will give us the period, that is time period of revolution of that satellite. Then we know the relation for acceleration due to gravity at height h, that is gh is equal to gm upon r plus h whole square, as gh is equal to gm upon r plus h whole square. Therefore we will get gm equal to gh into r plus h whole square. Gm will be equal to gh into r plus h whole square. Now this gm will be replaced by gh into r plus h whole square, and therefore we will get t is equal to 2 pi square root of r plus h whole cube divided by gh into r plus h whole square. This square will get square from this, and we will be having only 2 pi square root of r plus h upon gh. T is equal to 2 pi square root of r plus h upon gh, and that will be equal to 2 pi. This r plus h will be replaced by small r, and therefore we will get t is equal to 2 pi square root of r by gh as equation number 3. So equation number 2 and 3 will represent the expression for period of that satellite in terms of gm and in terms of acceleration due to gravity. And now again its special case we will consider. Again, if any satellite is revolving very close to the earth's surface, at that time h will be very less as compared with r, and therefore we can write r plus h equal to simply r, and therefore if we put in place of r plus h equal to r from this equation, then we will get t is equal to 2 pi square root of r by g. T is equal to 2 pi square root of r by g as equation number 4. So this equation will give us period of revolution of that satellite when it is revolving close to the earth's surface. So this will be regarding the critical speed and the time period of satellite.